into 5 sections. Every team will take a section.
We're gonna use Plastigage today.
There's demand on the blue one, a lot.
We're gonna lose it.
Yeah. The red one and the green one, there's no demand on it. That's why we see a lot of those. But the blue one, there's a demand. Difference is thickness. Look at this one here.
What? I didn't see that.
I know. But when you go to the lab, you'll see it. So we have here the 3 types. Can you see the colors, Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see the green one.
Okay. So I'm going to explain how it works, because you guys need to do it. So here is the crankshaft. Here's the crankshaft. Okay. What's the name of this part right here? Journal. Journal. What's the name of this part?
Weight.
People in the back, are you guys following me?
That's the weight,
Or
right?
just checking your email.
Oh, shoot, I forgot which one.
What's the name of that? The part A?
That's the weight, right?
No. This one is called crankshaft, so they call it CK. Crankshaft.
Right.
That is the journal. Crankshaft journal. And here is called rod journal.
Rod journal.
Okay?
That's right. Yeah.
You repeat that? It's rod journal.
Broad journal.
Correct.
So you have what they call it main journal, and you have rod journal. Here is the main journal right here. Here is the main journal on the crankshaft, and here is the rod journal. So when I ask about, so between these 2 parts we have what? We have a film of oil. You need to measure that thickness, and that's why you're gonna use the Plastigage. So how are we gonna do it? Let's say here you have the connecting rod right there. Here's the connecting rod, okay? Connecting rod has what? Has caps, right? You take the caps off. Take
Caps.
the caps off. Just follow me so you don't have to ask me again. And piece of the Plastigage, you're gonna put it right here. And then you put the cap back. When you put the cap back, you have to tighten those 2 nuts, 2 specs. Once you do that, you take the cap off, and now this one will be what? Flat. You need to measure the width of that flatness. So this one has a scale. So you bring this one to the Plastigage and see which one. And each color has a number. The one that has the same width, that is the number, that is the clearance. Okay? So that tiny piece right here, I have to divide it into 5 sections. Every team will take one. If you do it once and you understand it, then we're doing good. If you don't do it right, then I have to buy another one and do it next week as well. We're doing Plastigage. This is very important, very, very important for those who are going to do engine overhaul. You have to know how to use Plastigage. Yes, sir.
When you replace all those caps, do you have to take them off and do that for every single one, or do you spot check?
The right way is to do every single one. But we're not gonna do it. We're gonna just one, just to understand how it works. So you need to go put it in between. Same thing with the journal. The journal has caps too. The main journal has caps. You take the caps off and you put one piece, the same width like the journal, and you tighten those 2 nuts or 2 bolts according to the specs, and then you take the cap off again, and you see the thing is gonna be flat, not round anymore. Now we're gonna measure that flatness.
So when you rebuild a motor before you put the case back on, you don't open all those up?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes, you wanna see if one of these if the diameter of the crank is worn. If it's too much clearance, it's a problem. Compression is gonna, the oil pressure is gonna go down. Oil pressure will go down because the oil is gonna escape from here. So we'll do this one today in the lab, guys. This is very important. Plastigage. You have to know about plastigage. You do an engine overhaul. You have to know about plastigage. Any question? Question? How about the test today? The test today we're gonna be at 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock. The test. You gotta pay attention to the word accept.
We're ready.
EX. EXC. EXC.
Like all things except
EXC.
There we go.
You're a master now.
Master spell.
English 101.
There you go.
So you're gonna have this. You're gonna have the question. There is a statement. You guys, pay attention, sir. I want you to pass. That's my goal. So you're gonna have a statement, and then this is the word accept. So all the answers, 4 of them, all of them make sense, except one doesn't make sense. This is the one you're gonna choose. Okay? I went through the all the questions when I was in my break, and they are very easy. 15 questions. Every question is 3 points. 45 points. I know smart people will score 45 out of 45. If you pay attention, will score 45 out of 45. Okay. So I talked about the exam. I talked about the lab. What we're doing in the lab today. Do me a favor. When you take the balancing, you guys take the balancing shaft already or not yet? The balancing shaft. How many we have on the engine? We have 2, mister. See, I'm not paying attention. We have 2 balancing shafts.
One in the front, one in the back.
Yeah, you have to take pictures so you can see the marks. Otherwise, when you put them back, because we're gonna next week. I think next week we're gonna have lab 10. Next week we're gonna have lab 10. We're gonna start assembling the whole engine. So today we're just doing the plastigage on the crankshaft. We're gonna do it run out. We have lab 9 out already. It's under files. I gotta open the. You have lab 9 right here. So lab 9 measured either balancer internal diameter, and you have the specs. Crankshaft run out. Everybody knows how to run out? Don't tell me you don't have that indicator. I mean, I don't know how you're going to learn this and you don't have your dial indicator. One of the team has to have a dial indicator to do this one. You have to get the crankshaft on what? V blocks, right? And the indicator has to be what? In the center. Because the center is going to show what? The maximum deflection. Do you have a limit? Yeah, look here. 0.05 millimeter. So if you dial indicator in inches, you have to do what? You have to convert that, right? Also measure idler gear shaft, outer diameter, measure connecting rod, side clearance. So right here. With the filler gauge, you're gonna measure this area right here. You have to measure this one.
Connecting rod side clearance.
And look here, give you. Okay. So you're gonna use the Plastigage on number 5. Okay, we agree? We're gonna use the Plastigage on number 5. Measure the oil clearance of connecting rod bearings. You take the cap off. You put that piece of Plastigage. You put the cap back. You tighten the nuts according to the specs. Should I give you the specs for that? I'll get you the specs for that.
18 to 21, you said.
Do you have it?
It's on my canvas.
Okay. And then take the cap off again, and then you look at that plastic gauge. It's gonna be squished, right? It's gonna be flat. You measure that width of that plastic gauge. How we measure it? We have the scale right here. So you bring this one to the plastic gauge and you measure. The one that matches, that is the number that you need to compare it to the specs. I give you the specs already. The specs right here. Right here. This one?
It's 18 to 21, yeah.
Yeah, so this one comes in what? Inches and millimeter. You gotta use the millimeter scale. So you guys know about the lab. So you have at least 1 hour doing that engine, and then after that you can do your project. By the way, all these bikes have to leave in a couple of weeks.
Very well.
Yeah, all these bikes have to be leave in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's a school orders. You have to come down and check here what we have here.